Hey guys, so I'm here today to take you on the holiday tour of my home. I spent most of this Thanksgiving weekend decorating and making everything festive and pretty. So I'm going to start here on the porch and then I'll bring you guys inside to see the rest of it. Alright guys, so here we go. This is coming up the porch. I've got a wreath on the door. On this little side table over here I've got a little hot cocoa stand. And I just printed this off the internet. It says old-fashioned sleigh rides and hot cocoa on the farm, and it's like a chalkboard sign. And the frame is actually just a dollar store frame that I painted and it's dressed. The mugs are from the dollar store. And these are some fake peppermint ornaments that are part of my $5 Goodwill challenge. And then just a little tin tray with a vintage type feel that I picked up at the Goodwill outlet. Over here I have a sled that I got at an auction a couple years ago, and I just hung some ice skates on them, and they came from Salvation Army. They were around $1.25. A pair of rubber boots. This bench that I made out of a board I had sitting around. I just needed something to add to the display, so I whipped it up this weekend. Then I have that olive bucket with a fleece throw. Another blanket that I picked up for $6 at Salvation Army, which you saw in one of my other hauls. And then just a little fake Christmas tree with some burlap at the bottom. And that completes my porch. Let me take you guys inside. Alright, so we'll start off over here to the left of when you come in. And I have this little table here, and right now I have the wax warmer going. Just a book and then a Christmas goose. And I have a set of them that I split up between me and my mother and my grandma so that we all have one. On this little love seat here, I just have some Christmas pillows, a Christmas quilt which my mother sewed for me years ago, and I love it so much. I get it out every year. A plaid throw. Then up here, I just have a mercury glass tree, which is also another part of this year's Goodwill challenge, and a little metal sign from Target that lights up. On the other side of the TV, I have a sign here that says Joy, and this is one of those ones we made at Home Depot last winter, and it's got some marquee type lighting in it that flashes at night. On the couch, I just put some Christmassy pillows and then that grain sack reindeer one that I made out of a towel from TJ Maxx. I put in a red tray on the ottoman, switched out the gray wood one that I had. On the table next to the couch is where I put my dancing reindeer. And then behind that is the pins that JCPenney gave out a couple years ago when they stopped the snow globes. To the other side of my entrance is just a little table or dresser, and here I just put a little display with some of my favorite pieces. I've got a vintage scale, which you've seen before, my dog show bowl, and I just added some ornaments to that. And then I have that little Santa and some bottle brush trees, which are also part of this Goodwill challenge. I've got a chippy wooden dog, a thermos that was my grandfather's, and then just 2 books to add some height and some age to the stack. And then over here I have the Christmas tree, and it's just sitting in a galvanized bucket that I borrowed from my grandma. And then I have the dog's toys in a little wheel wagon that I took the wheels off of. And then I have their beds on each side. Above that, I've got the stockings. And the Christmas tree lights are going to wash them out, but there we go. Right now I just have them on this plaque, which I'm not a huge fan of. I made it a couple years ago when I needed something, so maybe I'll update it. But I've just got the 2 stockings for me and my husband, and then for Macy and Jordan. And that is the living room. Let me take you next into our dining room. And as we go from the living room to the dining room, I've just got a kissing ball hung here. On this dresser here, I just spread out some swags that I picked up at the Goodwill outlet. I've got a driftwood tree, 2 pencil Santas, which are a part of this year's Goodwill challenge also. I really killed it this year on that, I think. And then over here I've got a dog snow globe that was a gift from my husband, a small metal reindeer, some cranberries and pine cones in a glass dish, a mercury glass type bird from a previous Goodwill challenge, and then I just used this pet food container. I took the lid off and I stuck an IKEA pot or a potted plant inside of it, and then just put some berries on it. And there's a lot of open space here, so this one I might tweak throughout the season and add things or take things away. On my dog shelf, I just added a few pieces. Up top, I added a Christmas cookie jar dog, and I added a little Chihuahua here, and he's just decorated with Christmas lights and a star on his tail. Then if you come over here to my dining room table, I've just got a little tray, and in it I have a wire basket full of ornaments and a reindeer, and then I just have my plant in the red container there next to it. Up here I have some vintage wooden skis, which I am in love with. These I picked up at our town's Christmas Kindle market, and you can actually, I don't know if you can read that, but it's like the label of where they're originally from. It's someplace up near the Catskills. And I just love the wear on these, how the red paint is all chippy. So I hung those there, that way I can see them from almost every room. And then over here in this corner I have some of my favorite little displays. I've got my Santa cup, and I just threw a bottle brush in it. And then I have that vintage ornament hanger box. And then in the little cubby above that, I've got a bottle brush tree that I dipped in bleach and a little tin dog ornament. And then that's it for the dining room. Next, I'll take you into the kitchen. Alright, now coming into the kitchen, I'm going to start right here over the sink. The first couple years I lived here, I did a village in this window, but I've found that my style is tending to go more like classic and minimalist. So I kept it simple. I just hung a wreath, and then I hung some mercury glass ornament balls that I picked up at Walmart a few years ago. And then over here on this little shelf next to the countertop, I have another one of those Santa mugs with another bleached bottle brush tree and just a tin sign from Target. And I like how this has like a vintage kind of faded feel to it. Over here in the coffee bar, I just changed out the spoon rest. And on my gallery wall, I've been changing out slowly pieces as I find printables online that I like. So this first one is actually a sign from TJ Maxx, and I just swapped out another frame for that. Over here I stuck a Pantone card and a little printable. And these I'm going to keep updating throughout the season as I find cute things that I like to switch it up. Over here, I swapped out the picture I had hanging for this large canvas I got on sale at Walmart last season. It just says there's no place like home for the holidays. And it's got like a chalkboard feel. And I waited till the end of the season, so instead of paying like $28, it was like 90% off, so I paid like $2.80. So that was a great bargain. And then here on these little shelves, these are some of my favorite spots to decorate. I will start up at the top. And I have just a red and white container with some books and a clock. But I liked the way the red kind of kept it Christmassy. On this shelf, I've got my little Cornell veterinary manuals and a little maple syrup container that's shaped like a log cabin. And then just some white bottle brush trees. On this shelf, I have my Santa mugs, which I am in love with. This is a collection that I started this year when I saw the Pottery Barn ones, and I actually wanted ones that I could use to drink out of. I found these at a thrift store or consignment shop in our area, and I paid $5 a piece, and I can't wait to drink hot chocolate out of these. On the shelf below that, I've got another one of those IKEA potted plants. I have my little Santa with burns on the one side of him that I absolutely love. And then just a green book and a red spool. The shelf below that is my flocked reindeer. And then the one below that is just dog dishes. The next room I'll show you is the bathroom, and I just kept it simple in here this year. I have one shelf right now with some stuff on it, and it's actually a drying rack shelf. But I just threw some swag up there, and then I've got a little stack of aged books, another sign from Target, and another bleached out bottle brush tree. And then this I try and keep out year round. This was my grandfather's, and it's something I just try and incorporate every season. So that's the kitchen and the bathroom. Now the only room left is the bedroom. Let me take you there. And so here's the bedroom, guys. I'll start here on my nightstand. I just stacked some Christmas books that I found at my library with another Christmas goose. On the bed, I have that IKEA duvet cover. And I took the pillowcases that matched it and used them on the couch like you saw. There's that H&M pillow. And then right up here, I just have a wreath, and it's set on a timer, like a battery-operated one, to light up at night. And I just tied in the little skis from Target's Dollar Spot. And then I have a white throw blanket right at the bottom. So it's got kind of like a, I guess like a cozy Scandinavian feel almost, probably because it's from IKEA. On the dresser over here, I have a little greenhouse, and I just put some LED candles in it with some garland. Next to that, I have a mirrored window frame with a bunting that I printed out, some colored books for the season, this cranberry tree that I got last year at Target at the end of the season when it went on clearance, and this green reindeer, which I've had since I was a kid, and it just comes out every year. Over here, I hung a string of Jingle Bells, which I picked up at JCPenney's Black Friday sale. They were originally $40, which is crazy. So then they were 70% off, so it was down to like 12 something, and then I had a $10 coupon, so I paid like $2 and change for them. And then over here next to the TV, I just have some more books, another plant, and a tall ceramic Santa I found last year. And then for this season, I had to bring my desk in here because the Christmas tree went where the desk normally goes. So I've just got a little bin of Christmas magazines, and my typewriter for the season, I just put a little note in there, "Dear Santa, let me explain." So that is it for my Christmas home tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what everyone else does for the season. Thanks for watching.